This is me riding my first camel in Kuwait in 2003. This is me holding a gun in Iraq in 2004. This is me in Doha, Qatar on military R&R in 2004. This is me with Jordanian soldiers in Afghanistan in 2011. Hey guys, it's Ozzie from Wanderlust Awe Syndrome, where I provide unique views, advice, and stories for you, the passionate traveler. I am going to talk about how the military has helped me become a better traveler. Let's get into it. The first thing we're going to talk about and how the military has helped me become a better traveler is seeking opportunities. A lot of people want to travel the world. Even so, the means to travel costs a lot of resources, such as having plenty of money. The military gives people an opportunity to travel without having to spend so much resources. For example, when I got to sail the Suez Canal, when I did a military cruise, I didn't have to pay that much to go see it, but I got to go see what it's like to cross over from the Mediterranean to the Red Sea. Also, I got to see the burial site of Jesus Christ in King David's temple in Jerusalem. Another opportunity that I got to do was the opportunity to go to war. Not even the most experienced, hardened traveler will get the opportunity to see what the start of war looks like, unless you are in the military. Now, I'm not saying that war is a good thing. It's not. It's a bad thing. But when you see the start of a war, it is a thing of beauty only a few people in the world will ever get to see in their entire lives. It is because the military has given me these opportunities, I learned that I have to create these opportunities in order to travel, to go to places that I want to go, I want to see and experience. The military has given me the ability to develop these opportunities on my own without having to depend so much on other people. It's because I myself create those opportunities that I take the chances of going out to the countries that I want to see and explore on my own. The second thing that the military has taught me to become a better traveler is to become very appreciative. When you deploy with the military unit, a lot of things that you take for granted, or we take for granted, such as email, mail, car, internet, the food we taste, even water, pools for instance, all these things that we have access to in this country, specifically the United States, where that's my home country, or if you're like in Europe, for instance, when you deploy with the military unit, your mindset just changes. You realize that you miss a bunch of those things. You don't have easy access as you did before, and you become homesick. I believe when you become homesick, it tells us that we care about our family and friends back at home, or things that give us purpose or drive to accomplish any goals. Because we don't have that easy access of being able to write a letter to someone, or be able to go online and look at anything that you want, you realize how much you miss those things and how much you value those things. I can tell you, for example, that when I deployed, the many times I deployed, mail was gold. When you got the mail, you were on cloud 9, especially if you got these huge packages from family and friends that would fill up with snacks, treats, anything that you can think of to remind you that someone back home cares about you. Another thing that I was very appreciative that the military taught me is nature. Imagine being in the middle of the desert in Jordan, which I did, and sleeping under the night starry skies. No light pollution, no noise, no cars. It's just the desert quietness, and all you see is all the stars as far as your eyes can see. It gives a sense of rawness when you're out there. It hits you when you see something so beautiful in nature that, yeah, seeing stuff like this is a rarity for many people. The third thing that the military has made me a better traveler is education. I love to learn new stuff. I love trying new stuff, especially when I'm in a new country I've never been before. If you've never been to an Islamic country, you have an idea of how Islam is ran. You think all the Islamic countries think one way, but when you go out there to a country like UAE, you realize that their version of Islam is different. UAE, United Arab Emirates, for those of you who don't know, a woman can drive a car by herself. She can go out and do anything by herself. She doesn't need a man with her. And seeing that was very eye-opening for me. It is very different. Not all countries are the same when it comes to Islam. Another thing that I learned when I was out in UAE is how, even though it's a dry country, it's really not in a sense, because UAE depends so much on foreign investment that they have to offer alcohol. Now, I'm not saying that the country offers alcohol anywhere. You can't go to a store and pick up an alcohol drink. You have to go to certain places to get it, particularly the bars and hotels, for instance. Hotels that have bars, that's where you're gonna find alcohol. One of the great things about being with a military unit is you get an opportunity to learn history. History is very important for me because you learn so much, and it allows us to come together to solve issues throughout the world to make the world a better place for everyone. So for me, being able to go study history, for instance, stopping in Spain and seeing how bullfighting came out to be was very interesting when I did my military cruise. Another thing is going to one of the biggest buildings, man-made buildings in the world, the Burj Khalifa. If you've never been to the Burj Khalifa, I suggest you make an opportunity to go out there in Dubai and UAE. It is a beautiful building. When you go in there, you're gonna go to the almost the highest part of the building. You're not gonna go to the top, but you're gonna go almost to the top of the building. There's a nice elevator that is smooth, that you're not even gonna feel yourself going up in the elevator. But when you get near the top, you are going to have a stunning view, and you see Dubai, you'll see how well built the city is, but you look past it and you see a desert, a vast desert beyond the city limits, and it is spectacular. I learned so much from my military deployments, and that made me a better traveler because it encouraged me to want to learn more so I can appreciate the culture, the people, the food. I'm not promoting that you should join the military. If you want to join the military, go ahead and do it. But I'm just sharing my experience of how I became a better traveler with the help of the military. If you like this video, please hit like, subscribe, share this video to inspire passionate travelers all over the world. Check out my videos. They're there to help you guys in order to plan better. Maybe check out something that you are not sure of. If you need help with anything such as visas, Nigerian visas particularly, check those videos out. These videos are there to help you, to inspire you to travel the world just like I'm doing. So I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace.